Hey Capricorn, this is your spiritual path reading for the rest of the year. So I'm just going to look into your deep inner emotions and see where you are on your path to finding yourself or to improving yourself. So this is just a general outlook of seeing where you are. Just going to cleanse the energy. If you're listening with earphones, I suggest you turn it down for this part. Okay, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have this exterior about you that's this cool, kind of confident, strong person. And when you set your mind to something or you decide on something, no one can change your mind or no one can sway you off that path. I feel like this has gotten you into trouble in the past where you are so resistant to changing. Sometimes you don't feel like other people get you or see the real you. Because you have this loyalty or this trust that's stronger than most other signs. And when you say you're going to do something, you stick to your word. Some people may think by you knowing what you want and knowing where you want to be and being the best at everything that you strive to do, people can think that you've got this ego, that it's like this, you're better than everyone kind of attitude. But this is just the facade you put up, because underneath that you do hold some very emotional wounds that you may not have ever even told anyone. But there's some elements of sadness or regret or depression even. And people may think you're cold and emotionally turned off, but you're actually quite emotional on the inside. And when you commit to someone in a love connection, you give your heart and soul to them and completely commit emotionally, physically, and mentally. Capricorn. You wish you could be like other people, I'm getting. You wish you could just relax or take your eye off the prize, even just for a little while, because you envy other people how they can just be so happy-go-lucky and not have this grand plan of where they want to be. and you envy that you need to be secure, you need to have that plan, or you can't stop trying, because then you will feel like you're not moving anywhere. Capricorn. Okay, that's what I'm getting. When someone makes you second guess yourself, or they make you question your feelings or question the other person's feelings, you get confused and you can't, it's like you don't trust in your intuition, or as soon as you feel the other person shutting off, you completely shut off all your emotions and you don't communicate what you really want to say, Capricorn. I feel like half the things that you want to say, you couldn't bring yourself to do it, and you say something that's quite aloof. And this is in a love, or even in family. You feel this enormous pressure to succeed and be, even in someone else's eyes, be that what they perceived of you or what they instilled in you. You feel this pressure to live up to those standards, and it almost becomes an obsession. It almost becomes an obsession that you cannot stop until you receive or get to that goal. But while you're doing this, you give off that I don't care attitude. I feel like Capricorns have been brought to a boiling point lately where they have to look at themselves and they have to figure out, are they really happy with the career and the status? Is that the world they perceived themselves to be living in? Do they need to judge themselves so critically? Do you need to communicate what you want to, what you think you need, or communicate, like ask for help? I feel like Capricorns think they have to do it all on their own and not ask for help and not show any sign of weaknesses. And this is this insecurity that you have and this wall that you build to protect your emotions. Capricorn. You have these battles within your head before you even speak. You go back and forth and come up with the best way to say this. But as you do that and edit your thoughts, you're completely taking away the emotion or completely taking away the essence of what you're trying to say. And you become cold, or you come off harsh, or you come off blunt, or there's something off about what you're saying. And the emotion isn't in it. Capricorn. Capricorn. You will be constantly faced with battles, but one thing a Capricorn really battles with is knowing that they're good enough, or knowing their worth when it comes to a relationship. I feel like this is the one area of expertise that Capricorn has not mastered. And that's because it's not regimented. It's not, you can't plan how a relationship's going to go. You can't schedule a relationship. It's got to be authentic and from the heart, and it's got to just happen. It can't be forced. It can't be predicted or forecasted. And this lesson of choosing a partner that's going to bring out the side of you that you lack. Ooh. But time after time, when you finally express how you feel like you get shut down, or you feel like there's a resistance from the other person. So then you go back to treating them like a work employee, or becoming more casual with your expressions. Capricorn. I feel like you're very good at observing what's going on, or observing people and watching how they work and watching how people interact. And I feel like you sometimes get ideas from watching other people, because I think you forget how to act. You've got this focus, and it's this focus on improving yourself, but it's not trying to come off. I feel like you are aware of your cold exterior, and you are trying to figure out how to do little things here and there to not come off as uncaring or sour. No, that's not the word. Yeah, you're becoming more clear of what you need to do and how you need to act, and these defense mechanisms that you've built over time, you've learnt this, and that's what the cards are saying. You just want to, there's something that you want to be clear on. I feel like you still need to be clear on what it's like to have someone else care for you and to spark up your life again. Capricorn. Ooh, okay. Capricorn, this is the opposite of your energy. This is the Fool. So the universe is trying to get you to just relax and not have to have everything set in stone. There can be times where you have to jump in the deep end or make a decision without thinking it through too much. This is the Fool. This is Aquarian energy. Capricorns are very different to an Aquarius. This is just going for something without thinking too much about the pros and cons, because you seem to need to do that to make lists of pros and cons of things. And when you do that, it takes away all the fun. It takes away the impulsiveness and the just letting things happen. It doesn't have to be so planned. And we've got King of Swords. Yeah, because it's exactly what I was saying. When you need to have that need to control this stuff, it causes you to kind of go, what if, and think of the negatives and what can go wrong and what can be lost, what can be gained. And it takes away the energy out of it. It's saying that Capricorns need to kind of ignite, find what makes you passionate, and holding on to that and really working on that, because it's got to be something that's not work related. So I feel like Capricorn, you need to find your passion, ignite that, and stop holding on to your emotions and really just let it out. And if people don't like what they hear, they will tell you. And this is all part of the learning process. Vice. Capricorn. Yeah. You decide what world you want to, how you want to keep navigating this world, and you need to close down the old cycles that you have, habits and that you have kind of constantly relived, and it's time to close down all those old cycles and focus on your world and what part you want to play in it, and not just in the financial realm or the material world. It's time to work out where you want to be emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Thanks, Capricorn. I hope this resonated. Please leave me a message down below.